One of the greatest lessons I learned after 40 years of interviewing self-made millionaires and billionaires all over the world is the ability to rate your level of ambition. On a scale of 1 to 7, 7 being most ambitious, 1 being least ambitious, how would you rate yourself? Studies show conclusively that a person's level of ambition does not change. It's a psychological predisposition. So whatever level you're born with is typically the level you remain at your entire life. And I found this to be true in my own life. On a scale of 1 to 7, I've always rated myself, and as the process is done, at about a 5.5. On my best day, I've never been a 6 or a 7. And people would make fun of me when I was interviewing all these super successful people. They'd say, how can you hang around billionaires and not be a 7? Because a 7, obviously you have to be a 7 to be a billionaire. And it never made me happy. It never excited me to be a billionaire. I wanted to be financially independent my whole life. And I achieved that at a very early age, and I was happy about that. But beyond that, I never really cared much about it. And that's typical of most people. They really don't change. So the reason that's important for yourself is because it dictates how high you're probably going to climb and at what level. This is more important. At what level will you be happy? See, the average person's about a 3, but the average person doesn't need to be a 4. They're happy at a 3. Now, if you're going to be financially independent, you're going to have to be at least a 5. No question about it. Now, most people aren't financially independent, so most people aren't 5s. But most people will not become more ambitious. So if you're coaching people, if you're recruiting people, you're coaching a team, or you're coaching some other kind of team, or you have employees, never try to turn a 3 or a 4 into a 5. It doesn't work. If you need a 5, go find a 5. Don't try to push a 4 into a 5. If you have kids, same exact thing. I wrote a 1,000,000-copy bestseller years ago called How Rich People Think, and we talked about this. Don't try to turn people into being more ambitious than their psychological predisposition. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. So if you have kids, try to find out where their ambition level is, and that will pretty much tell you how high they will climb. I mean, is it possible that that there's obviously anomalies exist in everything? So could someone break out of a 4 and become a 5? Sure. It typically does not happen. So don't try to turn a 4 into a 5, whether it's your children, your employees, your recruits, your team, whatever it is. They'll remain, not only do they have that ambition level, but that's the ambition level in which they're happiest. It's something to think about. Give it a try.